kept interrupting my grinding. I ain't thinking about my wallet. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't thinking about you.
Anybody that comes on my show, we're going to have a good conversation. It's okay to agree to disagree, just as long as we're respectful. Everyone is a product of their own experience. There will be times that you have to experience the pain in order to experience the joy. So let's talk about the experience and let's share the results. What's going on, everyone? It's your brother, your cousin, your nephew, whatever you want to call me, and I am back for another video. So, I'm trying to make sure I put this on monetized, and I sure did. Okay, we got 82 people watching right now, so as you all coming in, let me go ahead and get this disclaimer over with. Everything on this video, everything on this channel, everything is alleged. It's for entertainment purposes only, and everything is in my opinion. If you have not followed me on social media, make sure you go ahead and do that. You can purchase my album. I'm available on all digital platforms. Members, we will be back this Wednesday at 7:30 Central Time. Make sure I get that right, because y'all, I went live at 7 p.m. last time. It's going to be at 7:30 Central Time, okay? www.youtube.com/SAnthonyLofties/join. Make sure you all become a member. If you would like for me to promote your business, email outriobusiness@gmail.com. If you are in the Atlanta, Georgia, or surrounding areas and you're looking to get a smile makeover, go to Dr. Roger Cooper, promotion code AL23. You'll get 30% off, okay? Even if you're just looking for a new dentist to go get a cleaning, x-rays, he's also accepting new patients. But if you want a dental smile makeover, get a smile makeover by Dr. Roger Cooper, okay? So, I have another business for you all. If you all are looking for a finance consultant, okay? I don't know about Credit One, but I know about Cheryl Woodward, y'all. And she is amazing. She's a finance consultant. You can hit her up at 901-578-8864. Shirley Woodward at myecom.net. Hit her up. She's located in Clarksville. Y'all, she have access to everything from W-4 strategies, instant pay raise at your job where you can get an average from 100 to 1,000 plus. Y'all, she help with credit repair, debt freedom software, early retirement game plan. She is the go-to girl that will help you get all of that stuff in order. So you all make sure you all hit her up if you are looking for a finance consultant, all right? Now, if you are in the Atlanta, Georgia area, y'all, this is one of my good friends. His name is Gino Freeman. You remember I told you all, a lot of my friends work in the industry. This is one of my friends. He's a makeup artist. When I say every person that you have probably seen in the industry, from Angela Bassett, Ava DuVernay, the show from Queen Sugar, Dear White Folks, everybody, he has been the makeup artist. He's the lead for all of these shows that we watch, all right? He's the one that does the hiring for the makeup artists. He's one of my good friends. He's going on a tour, and he's actually having classes to teach people how to do makeup that want to become makeup artists and everything. So you all feel free to hit him up if you would be in the Atlanta, Georgia area at Paul Mitchell, all right? Now, don't forget, this Wednesday we will be doing the Love and Marriage Huntsville video part 3 for all the members behind the wall. Now, I hope y'all are having a good day right now. I see everybody coming in. Okay. Hey, my girl Kaylin, Charlie, Auntie Mildred, Stacy, TL Goldie, Teresa. I see y'all in here. Nikki. Okay. I see y'all coming in. Stephanie, Patricia. Okay. Hey, Auntie Michelle, how you doing? Okay. Phyllis, Christine. Oh my God, y'all. So, let's get into this Love and Marriage Detroit. Y'all, I don't care if nobody say, I like Love and Marriage Detroit. I like it. I don't know when Love and Marriage DC is coming back, but I know they just did their reunion. Bell Collective just did their reunion last week. So, only thing we're going to be waiting for is Love and Marriage Huntsville, but they're not going to be filming their reunion till, it may be in a few weeks, I think. Anyway, let's go ahead and pick back up with Love and Marriage Detroit. Y'all. And pick back up with Brandon and Anthony. Child, I bet Russell and Bravo, they just be looking like, child, our little sister's about to argue again. It's always Anthony. Anthony, you went up to that boy's face. I'm a firm believer. Don't walk up to my face and don't put your hands up. Because once you put your hands up, I'm in self-defense mode and you just might get your whoop. I'm going to be like Russell. I want to break every bone in your body. You walk up on me, I'm going to get you just like that. And then Brandon said up here and said, you know you too close when you can smell somebody's breath for their lunch and what they had for dinner. Come on, Anthony, like back up. Dang. It's like Anthony is that annoying little sister that always get on your nerve like, girl, back down. You carrying the child for two. But anyway, that's one thing I don't do. He told Brandon that he was bringing Lyrique. Brandon, he ain't cool with that. He said that Lyrique has been I guess trying to take his artist or doing something with his artist. I don't know. Ever since he started Star Factory, I don't know Lyrique, aka Sean or whatever. But I do know Christina said she want me to write a song for her. Which Christina, I don't mind writing a song for you at all. But baby, don't have me in that mess because I ain't gonna be dealing with Brandon and Lyrique. I don't know who y'all want to work with, but Christina, if you want to work with the producers I work with, we can go and do that. But anyway, you ain't gonna have me up there caught in between. Anyway, Brandon is too weak for me. Walk up on me what you said. Anyway, Brandon said he'll consider it or whatever. He'll think about it or whatever. So then the ladies, they go out on the boat. Christina, she decided to sit beside LaToya on the boat. She said, I did it on purpose or whatever. Christina said that her and LaToya still need to have a conversation. Brandon, he basically talked about him bringing up Lyrique. And Christina basically said, well, she worked with Lyrique way before she moved to Detroit. That was like her first producer or whatever. And I guess Lyrique had some type of feelings for her that Christina just wasn't feeling. Christina, I don't blame you, girl. Like, if we had to take a 1 out of 10, yeah, stick with Brandon, okay? Nothing against Lyrique, but I'm just saying, stick with Brandon. Okay. So they end up going to eat. The chef made, oh y'all, them lamb chops that the chef made would look so good. And I actually want to try those vegan crab cakes because they look good too. I love your music. Oh, thank you so much, love. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at somebody said Brandon peak satin shirt, put it back in the closet. I think that was funny. Anyway, Christina want to bring up the situation box, okay? So every time she do something, Kobe was like, here she go rolling her eyes like, dang, Kobe. Hey, Christine, would you sing a duet with Christina? Of course I would. I definitely do a duet with Christina. Y'all never know. It might happen. Because I'm pretty sure they're watching. Let me go ahead and put up this disclaimer. You all seen my... I get to it in a minute. So anyway, it pulled back up with... How do you... the question was, how do husbands want their wives to initiate, you know what, the SES? Bravo said he won't hold it back. He said he would like for them to start with fellatio. Lakita, you can't take Bravo nowhere. I said, oh, Bravo said he want that lockjaw. Mm-hmm. He said, baby, let me sit back. Just come on. He said he wants you to crawl up to the upper room. Bravo said, you know what to do. It's okay, girl. I bet she looked at that scene like, I know he did it. Bravo, you just done told all your business, but it's okay because you're being transparent. you know the pastor wasn't gonna say anything. The chaplain wasn't gonna say anything. He was ready to get that game over with. Anyway, then Brandon said something about he would like for us to be like the sexy symbol or whatever it is. And he was like, him, Anthony, and Bravo, they're gonna leave Russell out of it. Because they were saying, I guess Russell got a lot to work with. I guess it's something in his chest. Baby, that's the only thing Russell got to work with because that lower body, he don't got nothing to work with. Only thing I seen was stiffness and them chicken fried legs. You know, this Russell legs right here, this straw. This right here is the straw, and this is his upper body right here. His upper body, and this is his leg. Better yet, this is his body. This is upper body, and these his legs. Russell, these your legs right here. You see that? Y'all say hello to Russell. Anyway, that bottom, what you said. Anyway, so Anthony got Russell by his side again. You know what, Anthony? You showed it had Russell right beside you again. What's up with that? You just, baby, you got to have not one but two men by your side. I'm live right now. I'm live. No, you good. You good. So Anthony said he had to have two men by his side. He got Latoya and he got Russell. He get a pat on each side. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. The first thing Christina bring up, okay, so they end up going to the bonfire after they had the little situation or whatever. And Latoya, she wanted to continue to build a friendship or whatever. Christina asked, are they okay? Christina basically threw all of her situations in the little bonfire. It's basically going to start over. But the first thing Latoya bring up is the situation dealing with Kobe and Christina. Dr. Latoya, stay out of women's business, okay? Let the women talk. You had a conversation with Anthony and well, Anthony's one of the girls, so you want to have a conversation with Bravo, Russell, and Anthony. I mean, Bravo, Russell, and Brandon. But anyway, that got nothing to do with you, Dr. Latoya. Don't worry about that. How she deal with Kobe and how Kobe deal with Christina have absolutely nothing for you to. It have nothing to deal with. I mean, nothing to do with you. Just stay out of it. That's all that's that. Just stay out of it. Anyway, Dr. Latoya say she can move forward. Who is she? She feel like she can say what she feel, what she went through in the relationship. I don't know, whatever she was talking about. Anyway, the next scene was basically Anthony showing up to Russell establishment, telling me, man, I just love to see you work. I love to see you in your element. I'm Anthony. I'm happy for you. You support your bro. You support the man. You love to see him in his element. You love to see him work. You love to watch him work. That's what's up. That what's up. Okay. Anyway, Bravo basically brought up saying he invited a few people, whatever, like a few mentors. Let me go ahead and put this disclaimer out here, okay, y'all. Love and Marriage Detroit was filmed a year ago. Okay, it was filmed a year ago. Production made that man say that. You want me to tell you how I can tell they made him say that? If you pay attention to the handshake, when you homies, you dab it up, you go all the way in. He said, did you see that? We would love to see what you do, Anthony. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, Auntie Rita, I see you here. But yeah, you can tell that was just for the camera, just to bring Marceau in. And he sit up here and say that he put Huntsville on the map. No, sir. The Scots was not the one that put Huntsville on the map. That was Melanie Cherie. She put Huntsville on the map. Okay. I mean, we had to get credit to where credit is due. Melanie Cherie the one that put Huntsville on the map. Anyway, Melanie Cherie Rogers. So Anthony, he's sitting up here talking about the men's movement, this and that or whatever. Next thing you know, Brandon and his mom, babe, let's go ahead and get into this. Now, put up this disclaimer. Now, Brandon, you my boy. I like Brandon and I like Christina, okay? Okay. Brandon, don't be mad at me, but please do not tell Miss Kathy to watch this review. Do not tell her to watch this. If she watching YouTube, get her off YouTube right now. Do not watch this review. Now, so, Brandon, I've talked about Anthony. I talked about him crying for his grandmama. I talked about Dr. Latoya dead in these big suits in their church. You are not exempt. Your mama is on the line. She's on the front line right now. We stay on the front line. So that's what we're going to be on right now. So, Kathy, come to the stand. Can the ushers bring her in? Let the ushers bring her in right now. Come on, Kathy. You finna walk down the aisle. Come on. So, let me tell y'all something. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is a cherry chip cake. My friend just went and bought the cherry chip mix and finna make that cake just because they saw it online. What in the white congregation hell is that? Cherry chip cake. Boy, and then y'all had that little Brandon's like, you made my favorite cake. Got a fork. It looked like she didn't want to feed you. The way y'all was just sitting there talking, she looked like, I don't even want to make this cake, but I'm just gonna make it just because he needed it for the show. Baby, I thought Bravo had a look on him. Baby, Miss Kathy is the mood. She a whole mood by herself. Y'all know Bravo face be like that. Miss Catherine was looking like just like that. Like what? She was looking like, why are you here? How long are you gonna be here? Take this cake with you. I don't even think she wanted to slice a piece but you can even have a conversation, Brandon. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, Brandon and his mama, they eat that cherry chip cake. It did look moist. I'll say that because it was falling apart. Anyway, she used to say that she loved him when he was younger, but as he got older, she didn't think that it was appropriate when he was growing up. Excuse me. You don't think it's appropriate to tell your son or your daughter or whatever that you love them when they get older? I was so shocked to hear that. Like, and y'all wanted to be honest, Christina and Brandon are giving so much to this show. People can sit up here and say that they drama, they line, but they carrying this show. Even though Anthony got his little drama and stuff sometimes, but the mom looking like, you don't tell your child, you didn't think that it was appropriate to tell your child that you love them when they was older. I'm curious, when you was with his daddy, did you tell the daddy that you loved him? Did he say that he loved you? You was older, and you don't think it's appropriate to tell your son that you love him? So I ain't right now. Anyway, the next scene, he basically told her that like they want to go to counseling and stuff like that, and they did that. So the next scene was the man movement. First of all, you couldn't find a better location. Y'all was better off having the man movement at Bravo establishment because that carpet was dirty. What? Then they had the little blue fan on the floor. Obviously, they not have no air. That was a dirty carpet. Anthony, you was better off having it at your warehouse. Shoot, you could have had it at Lyrique's place with that couch that was all tore up, with everything just peeling. I don't know why you went to that church. Anyway, Dr. Latoya, she came in, and Dr. Latoya, I don't think Dr. Latoya paid attention that she had her daddy on the phone. You was calling your daddy when your phone was turned down like that. It showed that you was calling your daddy. But pay attention to your phone. You better let no text messages wasn't up there because I was paused and zoomed and read to see what you were saying. Anyway, they tried to sit up there and say it started raining. Who else came in? Dr. Latoya. She was like, "Where's the men?" Baby, that scene was a scene that that was a scam. Oh no, there was a scheme that Todd set up for them men to come there with the BS. I honestly feel like they had the men in a different room to make it look like nobody was showing up. And honestly, when y'all went walking, I actually paused the TV. You only had 23 people there. And they probably was there due to Bravo. Bravo telling people at his establishment, hey, bro, we having this man moving. Come down here. Hey, bro, somebody on the corner. Yeah. I was with Brandon. What was the purpose of it? Anyway, Dr. Latoya, her daddy came in with that big blue, navy blue suit on, that Steve Harvey's Steve Hightower suit that you get 3 for $99 at K&J. He came in with his suit on. Anthony started talking about the movement. Even Marcel was looking like, what in the world is going on? Russell and Kobe came. Kobe was looking like an orange highlighter, but she showed up and showed out, I guess. Christina, she didn't show up because I think their daughter was sick or something like that. Christina, it's okay. I wouldn't want to go either, girl. Anyway, Brandon said he don't understand what was going on. They went walking. I was still trying to understand. They don't got no sign. They just walking down the street. You all was better off walking in Walmart. You should just went to Walmart and went to Target and just walk and got a poster and say, hey, we have a man moving. They had no sticker. You couldn't even just say, are you prepared for Jehovah's return? If you ain't, what was the purpose? Y'all walking down the street. You walk to the mailbox. I was with Brandon like, what are we doing? We just walking down the street. We ain't saying nothing. We ain't saying, man's moving, nothing. Yeah, you could have sold some Girl Scout cookies if you needed to. Anyway, somebody said Paige and Dr. Francis. Okay. Bravo said that he was seeing, he had seen more organizations, and he had seen stuff more organized at his daughter's recital. Okay. Now that was funny. The last scene, it could go well with Brandon and his mama. Oh Lord Jesus, forgive me, Brandon, forgive me. But baby, when Miss Kathy came through that door, she didn't want to hug Christina. She didn't even want to hug Brandon. I'm like, dang, she just looked like I'm here. So they had that woman show up. I'm trying to put my camera down. Did y'all see when Miss Kathy tried to pull her leg up? Miss Kathy tried to put her leg up on that couch, but it didn't go up there. She was like this. She said, okay. She said, boy, that leg went down so fast, like she couldn't get it up. She said, she said, I'm just gonna sit like this. Miss Kathy, you couldn't get that leg up. Hey, Kathy. That leg wasn't going up at all. Baby, she was struggling on that couch. And the couch was already low. Anyway, so she tried. Okay. Now, they sitting up here talking. And my God. Yeah, she was really struggling on that couch with that leg up there. Oh shoot. Poor Miss Kathy. Oh gosh. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. She tried. Anyway, Brandon, he still don't know what it is about Russell. Oh no, that was that little thing, whatever. Anyway, Brandon and Christina, Brandon and mom, they talk about their relationship, and basically, Brandon started talking, and he was like, "Well, I don't feel that you told me that you love me and this other stuff or whatever, and we just never talked at the house." Baby, Miss Kathy said, "You ain't gonna be the only one that talked." Miss Kathy thought she had something. Like she said, She said, "No, I remember." And she's like, "Oh, let her talk." She said, "No, I remember when I used to ask him questions. Um, he would She said he would put his thumb in his mouth and turn back around like, what? How old was he?" She said he used to put his thumb in his mouth and then roll over and not say anything. Miss Kathy, do you know ain't Nora and Mama Joyce? I'm like, even Brandon was looking like, Brandon, I see why y'all didn't talk. You know? I hate to say it, but baby, could Miss Kathy comprehend what was going on? Huh? Lord, forgive me. But then even when they had the scene, he talked about it was hard growing up with a white mom in the hood, and then she said it was growing up with a being a white woman to live in the hood. Okay, you didn't know how to talk, but I'm pretty sure you knew how to talk to that black man that you were talking to, his daddy. Come on, Miss Kathy. Miss Kathy, give me something. Lord Jesus. Miss Kathy was struggling at that therapy session. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, y'all don't pull these socks off of her. It looked like it was cutting off her circulation. I'm like, child. Miss Kathy couldn't get comfortable. She had them Bill Cosby socks on. I know she was cozy, baby. She was warm. She felt good. But I'm like, she didn't get nowhere with that. Anyway, that's pretty much all they had going on. The next episode is, I think that's the last episode. Then they got a two-part reunion, and I know Kobe was talking to Russell about communication. It's like y'all wait to the last episode to finally say something about y'all relationship. At this point, I don't even think we even care no more. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to put this link down, and you all come right on up.
Can we go back to that place where we used to be? I wanna lay down, cuddle up and watch TV. I wanna feel like you listen.
Okay, Kaylee. Auntie Mildred, how are you?
Hey, baby, how y'all doing?
Good.
Hola.
All right, Kaylin, I'm gonna let you go first, love.
Okay. Um, I think that this episode really wasn't giving, but it wasn't too much either. Like, it wasn't too much drama. It's been drama every episode. This was kind of chill. I liked it. But Latoya face still bothered me. I think it's the very existence of her features resting that bothers me. I don't know what it is. But we got on the subject of Brandon's mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it's very much like what Johnny said. Miss Johnny in the comments. She said, it could be how she was raised.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so true. With people in that generation,
Uh-huh.
like they don't, I don't know what it is. My prime example, my mother wasn't big on saying it until me and my sisters brought it to her attention as adults. And she was like, well, I did tell y'all. I was like, yeah, but it's not like it was an everyday thing. Like we were all telling her, you didn't tell us enough. And she was like, well, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. That's my mama never told me. Like this, it was how she was raised. So she didn't think, you know what I'm saying? It was something that was needed because it was shown. So I don't know. It could just be that generation, or it like it said, it could be what was normalized in households. Some
Mm-hmm.
households are like that. So I understand completely what Miss Kathy was saying about it. Um, but since we brought it to my mom's attention, like we can't get off the phone without her saying it. She texts us just to say it. Like I guess a lot of people don't know until you tell them. But the difference with Miss Kathy is I Miss Kathy got ice water running through her veins. She say this fine the way it is.
Right.
Miss Kathy a cold piece of work. It's fine the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
But on that note too, I understand and sympathize with Miss Kathy because I got best friends, I got friends, I got family members I ain't talked to in months. But every now and again, I might call and check on you, and I might answer the phone when you call. It don't mean I feel a certain type of way about you. I'm just not big on telephones. I don't like. I get pissed off when my phone ring. I'm just gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't mean I feel any type of way about you. Or I dislike you. No, I love you. I love a lot of people wholeheartedly, but constant communication, I'm not good at it.
I understand that. But it's just something about Dr. Latoya when they was talking about the sex thing or whatever. I just don't believe this woman look at her husband and just be like, I'm ready to get home to my husband. I don't see it. I don't see that connection at all.
Oh, we don't see it either. The
Well,
sauce.
Go ahead, Auntie Mildred.
Hey, well, this time it was kind of a slow show. It had moments. It had little moments of funny.
mm-hmm.
But let me tell you what was crazy. Miss Kathy. Miss Kathy was the most bland, unseasoned, flavorless woman. She was every stereotype I can think of, but I'm gonna keep it cute.
They need to bring her back.
But they need to bring her back. But I
I
want
want to see
to know.
more Miss Kathy.
I want to know if
Bring her to the showcase. Let her be the judge.
do
Right.
something. Do something. How is it that she felt uneasy telling her baby, her black son that was biracial, that she loved him? Is she mad at his daddy?
His daddy's dead.
Okay, was she mad at him before?
I think so because he left
Me
her with
too.
4 kids. I'd be a little mad too.
Me too. I think there's more to it. She seems to be hardened because if he pumped 4 babies in her, oh she was able to give affection.
I mean, to think of that day and time too, she was probably like disowned by her family and like
I'm pretty sure.
and that lady. You
Sure.
never know what Miss Kathy's story is, though. You feel me?
But I'm really interested because she has a grown son who has beautiful children, and you can tell she's pretty much just keeping them at arm's length.
Yeah.
She's not trying to embrace her son or her grandbabies. Now, most of us, did y'all notice that when the therapist came in, she was warmer to Brandon than his mother? Did y'all see that?
Okay, we saw it, Mildred. I saw
I
it.
don't care. Listen, if Kathy, you lost some points with me, baby. Now, I hope that cake was good because I don't want you to bring no potato salad or no deviled eggs at my cookout.
It's gonna be right salt and pepperish.
I was real upset with her interaction with Brandon. I didn't like that.
I agree.
I was already aggravated with Big Silly Anthony.
Oh God.
Oh, Big Silly. Oh my gosh. Y'all tell me what was that march? What was that whole thing?
Listen, I paused the TV and counted. It was 23
It
people,
was
like Coco
23.
said. And inside the men's movement, you had only 8 people that wasn't on the cast, and I think that was crew.
So what Dr. Latoya making a fuss about tablecloths for? For
Now
what?
they knew
Ain't
no
want nobody
tables,
sitting down.
Thank you.
Ain't had no food.
Yes.
nothing. And then we're gonna go for a walk.
Okay.
Teresa said, Anthony, what about when Marcel Eric himself said the movement was blah, 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 or something like that? Marcel felt like Marcel. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't even be mad at Marcel this time. Because I felt like Marcel looked like he was confused a little bit.
Oh,
As
Marshall
we
was,
all were.
and he made a snide comment.
Huh?
He made a snide comment too.
I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. It's Chrissy time. I'm gonna let you go next, and then after that it'll be Aunt Rita. Go ahead, it's Chrissy time.
Well, let me start with the many man's movement,
Hmm.
march. I'm so pissed at Anthony. He talked up this whole movement as if it was gonna be hundreds of guys out there. They was gonna be shaking up the city
Mm-hmm.
for it to be him, the regular guys, and probably some guys that production probably pulled off the street. But
That
I'm
part.
like, what kind of marketing was this? Like, you really are. And then speaking of, I ain't see none of the guys that was sitting at that round table that he bought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, where
Them
them
people ain't
guys
have
at?
time for that mess.
Where them guys at? Like, what? And they gonna try to blame it on the rain. No, they ain't blaming on no rain. Production pulled some guys off the street. Y'all was probably there for hours waiting for people. Because that's exactly what it looked like. Then y'all stand around like y'all about to sing in a choir. Like, I was just so confused. Very confused. Now let me talk about Bravo, because I was team Bravo, child. But he's the one that brought Marcel. Bravo, I'm looking at you.
I did some research. I did some research on that. Okay, that was a production thing. Nothing to do
Okay.
with him.
You know how they got to
Okay.
use somebody to bring somebody else in.
Yep,
Okay. Okay. I was
had
like,
nothing to
Bravo.
do with him.
Okay, I was like, come on, Bravo now. Come on now. You're the voice of reasoning. I'm pretty sure you got enough sense to know that he full of come on now, Bravo. I'm pulling for you, brother. But now you done cleared that up. Okay, Bravo, you back in my good graces. Because you about to get some words from me in my review tomorrow. Trust and believe. So let me back. But anyway, yeah, that was just a mess. And I knew Brandon Mama was on 10 when she knocked on the door. I thought she was about to beat the door down. I said, who at the door? The Popo?
The police knock.
Who at the door? Christina said, my mama don't even knock like that. Child, she knocked angrily. Okay, open this door because I really don't want to be here.
That part.
And Anthony, you a fool talking about her legs not getting on that couch, child.
Miss Kathy.
She was trying though. She was trying in them compression socks. She was trying.
Yes.
She was trying.
Baby, they were tight.
Okay.
They supposed to be tight. They compressions.
And them stride rides, child.
I want Christina to take Miss Kathy shopping.
She wouldn't even show up, child. She don't like Christina. You could tell. You could clearly tell that she really don't like Christina for real. She just
Baby.
like, okay.
Miss Kathy probably at the house working on a crossword puzzle, waiting for that cake to come out the oven right now.
Okay. What is it, ambrosia? Child, let me get off.
Ambrosia. I ain't heard that about 20 years.
All right, let me go to Aunt Rita. How are you, love?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me? Good evening, everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. Well, with Miss Kathy comes from an era where she looked like she was a poor white lady, growing up. So she, got her a black man and they had kids and stuff like that. And, she probably got dogged out by him. And now, she done raised her kids and she don't feel up to all that. I love you and stuff like that. But she didn't understand how it affected Brandon, because how it affected him is what Christina is telling him. Because when this first came on, we were saying, it's something up. The communication is just not there. Now I see why he is the way that he is when it comes to communicating. And his mom is like she has no feelings towards him whatsoever. It's like it's a mechanical thing. She every year she do the same thing. She baked this cherry chip cake. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is a cherry chip cake too. That's what she do every year. And they sit down and they just have this little bland conversation. And you say what you say, I say what I say, and then okay, Ma, I see you later. He didn't even, she didn't even box the cake up and say, here, take this cake on with you, and I see you next year on your birthday, or anything like that. So, that was his issue with his mom. She don't know how to give it because she never received it. So you can't give something that you did not receive the affection, the nurturing, and the caring. And see, most parents, it's a lot of parents don't tell their children, I love you. They feel like if I'm providing food, clothing, and shelter, and I'm giving you your basic needs and giving you some of your wants, that shows that I love you. And that shows that you're doing what you're supposed to do. But every now and then a child needs to hear, I love you. They need to feel the love, not because you just keeping the lights on. So I make it even though my kids are adults now, when we talk, when we text, it's always I love you.
Right.
I make sure I let them know that. I make sure I let my grandkids know that. I let my friends know, people that I call friends. I let them know at the end of a conversation, I love you, girl. All right, hon, we'll talk later, or something, something like that, to let them know I appreciate them and I love them. And his mom, she is like most of their food, bland. Okay. Now to get to what someone in the chat called Anthony called it the Minute Man March. And I am with, I think it was Bravo that said it was so disorganized. And I'm thinking the way he was building this thing up is like, oh man, this is going to be a beautiful thing to see men come together to mentor the younger men, I thought it was going to be a beautiful thing. And I'm like Brandon now, what exactly, I'm just asking the question, what exactly do Anthony do? What kind of work do Saucy do? What is it that Saucy do in real life, for real? Because I have no idea what this man is doing. And it's like he is a pretender. He's a wannabe. He's not exactly what he's trying to present himself as. So he's an imposter. For that, and the march that wasn't with them little 12, 23, how many ever y'all count. It wasn't no whole heap of them, as we say in the South. It wasn't no heap of them. So I'm saying, well, maybe, they just should have had a round. After that, they should have got a round table and just had a round table and sat down and discuss some things and try to put some things in perspective in order for the next Minute Man, when they have another one, because that one was a total failure. And I don't know if anybody could say, well, we did good. No, you didn't do good. You didn't have 50 people.
LaToya said she was proud.
And then when Brandon had what was this about? And then Kobe just want to be a negative, nasty, mean person. And you should, well, I know I think it was either Kobe or LaToya. I don't know what. Well, I know what it was about. Girl, no, you don't. You were just saying that because Brandon was saying he didn't know what it was about. You don't even understand what the Millionaire, what did they accomplish? They didn't accomplish anything. And then with LaToya, just like I told y'all the last time, LaToya is a frustrated wife. She's not getting it on the regular. And when she get it, is not the way that she wanted because her and her
Woo.
husband, they are pretending.
Come on.
He is not who he said. He is not living his truth. He's not happy and she's not happy. She's unhappy and she's frustrated. And that's why you see how she is so disrespectful towards him and how she talked down at she talked to him like she talking to a child.
You're right.
And so that dynamic between them two and Russell and Kobe, I'm so I'm so like over them two because I like Christine, and in my book, Christine can't do nothing wrong right now, but she'll get the business too. But I like Christine, and I wanted to like Kobe, but I can't stand a person when they talk, they sing. Oh, I don't like people like that. Just say what you got to say. Use your words. And I just don't care for her right now. I'm still kind of on the fence with Russell, but his wife Kobe and Latoya and Saucy, nah.
Mm. Well, hold on, Rita. Let me go ahead and go to San. How are you, Auntie?
I am good. I am good. I think everybody covered everything I wanted to say about that. But I will start with Sassy Anthony. Have y'all noticed how he I don't know if he put mascara or something on because his top eyes be dark and his bottom eyes be
Uh-huh.
dark and then his makeup is red. I can't stand him, and I hope he in the bushes somewhere. You need to sit down because you don't have a real job. Your real job is to do what your wife tell you to do.
Mm.
And yes, you can tell she's frustrated. She's very frustrated with those chipmunk cheeks. Very frustrated.
With that change purse mouth.
Exactly. And he is so jealous of Brandon till it is unreal. Because Brandon presents himself as a real man. I love Brandon and Christina. They make the show. Now, hopefully, if they come back, Anthony, you need to go on and find you a real job and get up off the show because you just, I ain't never seen no man on national TV, no saucy on national TV is trapped in the closet like he is, and his wife
Mm.
know it.
Damn, not R. Kelly trapped in the closet.
Oh Lord.
Yes, trapped in the closet because you always hyping up all these men, but then you want to get in these women faces and act so. I would never do that. I just can't deal with him. I really can't. And his wife
Mm.
too make me sick. Now that little muscle man and his little wife, they need to go on somewhere so she can be a first lady at another church or a church somewhere because she don't have nothing. She's so jealous of Christina till it ain't even fun. You can see it all over her face. And Miss Kathy, woo, Miss Kathy, she had them white socks, and when she sat down and them legs went up, and I saw them white socks, I knew this was gonna be boring. But that cake looked like it was a box vanilla cake with some white icing and
Mm-hmm.
super dry looking. She put some cherry chips on it and called it a cherry chip cake. And she wasn't gonna let him take it home because she had it sitting on that plate. But she does come from that era that does not say I love you. You could tell. And you could tell that she was probably disowned in her community once she got with that black man. So she had to deal with that. She talking about how do you think I felt living in the hood? Well, that was your choice when you got knocked up and got with Brian's daddy. Y'all could have got out the hood. But
Brian,
now, Miss Cat. Well, oh, Brandon. I'm sorry, Brandon.
I said, Brian, which one was that?
I know, right?
And Marceau, he standing up there. He came up in that dang place like legs, hips, and body. He was confused at the Minuteman March too. It was so. And then you know what his wife said? Where's the sign? Where's the sign? Oh, he gonna put it up in a minute. In a minute, it should have been up all week for advertisement. Again, you got the whole you got everybody from production in there because they don't want to make him look as stupid as he is. And again, he is so jealous of Brandon. That's the
Mm-hmm.
only one. And that's because, he probably like yellow meat. And
Oh my.
Wow.
think about it. But he need to he too sassy for me. And talking about uh, I want to talk to. Oh, I can't stand it. I can't stand every time I see him. I want to throw my lunch up.
Mm.
Okay, I'm done, Anthony.
Okay. Josie, how are you, love?
Hey, good evening. How are y'all?
Hello, Josie.
Good.
Hi.
Y'all are too funny. But why when Latoya was, you know how production, well, they didn't really like zoom in or anything, but when her dad was on the phone or whatever, I had initially thought, I was like, well, is Latoya trying to have, don't you know how when you call somebody, you tell them, like, put your phone on mute.
Mm-hmm.
So they can hear the conversation. I thought she was doing that, but then the phone hung up. I said maybe not then. But Anthony, that was a mess. And then Marcel made it even more a mess with his, I don't know what type of speech he done gave. That made it even more a mess. And I was like, I mean, I don't know what that was. He could have just, had a group discussion with some of his close friends and figure out how they can do something bigger because that was a mess. And I
He don't
thought
have no
production was
friends.
playing us up.
He
I
ain't got
thought
no
production was.
friends. All of his friends are in Atlanta where he say he want to be.
Child, maybe that's what he need to be. It's going down there in Atlanta, Chad.
What you heard
But
what his wife said.
I got a
which
question.
part?
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
What'd you say,
Go ahead.
Anthony?
I got a question. Not trying to get off subject right quick. Then we're gonna come back. Do you all want to go live tomorrow to talk about this situation with Martell not paying
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
not
do.
Yes.
Yes.
paying for dinner? Because
Yes, we do.
I've been debating like, do I want to talk about it? I'm like, in a way, I kind of do, but I think I might go live tomorrow so we can really talk about this not paying for that $1,500 bill.
Especially
So,
now that Sheree out here capping for him. So yeah, we definitely need to talk.
okay, all right. So
Well,
we'll go live
they
tomorrow.
they fussing about the money that Sheree's supposed to give him money for being on the show.
Shut the front door.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. So at least
I
I know we're
can't
gonna talk
wait to
about
hear
it.
this.
Go
Wait a
ahead,
minute.
Hosey. Go ahead, love.
Oh, about I thought production was playing us up because don't you know how they was showing like the building, ain't nobody there, or whatever. And I thought at the last minute, then they was gonna show everybody, but then ain't nobody come. I said they should have just edited this whole thing, guy. Just did something else because that was so embarrassing. And then
Baby,
making them walk down there like they coming from church or something, making them walk down that sidewalk. Like if I would have seen them, I'm like, oh, they just come from Bible study or something. Because they wasn't chanting, it wasn't nothing going on.
baby, they could have had
Jehovah's
that meeting. They
Witnesses
could have had that
coming.
meeting on that bus that they was in.
Exactly. Somewhere that was just a waste of whatever they done paid them people to come up inside their building. That was just a waste. You should just let Bravo get some of them people from his restaurant, his customers come over there and sit at a table so they can talk and make it seem like there's more people there.
Mm-mm.
Well, it
And then the last thing with Russell and Kobe, They just got the same little 2 or 3 sentences that they've been saying to each other about the whole communication thing. You don't tell me nothing and all this and blah blah blah. I don't really care. Um, Latoya, girl, just I don't know. I hope she said that she was over the situation with Christina. We gonna see, but it ain't look like she was really over it
She
when they
mad
was on
because Kobe,
vacation. So
because Anthony want Brandon.
she might as well just let him have him.
That
But
I
I guess
think
they're trying to keep up
Brandon
his
I
knocked
don't
the
appearance.
know.
life out of him.
He just seemed to have so much like emotions for Brandon, like he's so passionate. And I'm like,
I
he got a
just feel
baby.
like Brandon don't know how to express it because he ain't really seen like
Baby.
same type of emotion and stuff.
Brandon be looking like Miss Cathy when Anthony be talking.
So do.
you make me sick.
He sure do.
Every time Anthony starts talking, that's when Kathy finna come out of him like,
He's
Yep.
on right on out.
I think he checks out.
no, yeah, and guess what? Miss Kathy check out too.
Yeah, he checks
That's,
out.
that's why Brandon gave Anthony with Miss Kathy. Like, okay, I think we're fine with where we
Right.
are.
We good.
But
But
that's all I had to say. Someone else can go.
I'm sorry, baby.
I
Um,
think that's. If anybody else have anything else to say,
I do.
Yeah, I do.
I
Oh, go
think
ahead.
Brandon's Million Man, well, his Few Man March is a precursor to what that show would look like. That showcase if he calls himself taking Brandon out, Anthony.
uh huh.
Yep.
He does not have the ability to bring the people out. Obviously,
Yeah. If it was
He
Clearly.
ain't got
Bra-
no job, Tommy.
Bravo and Brandon.
yeah, he can't kick Brandon out of that showcase because I'm telling you,
Ain't nobody about to be there.
no, because Russell, a church man, don't nobody know Anthony. Only way they would have
Mm-mm.
some people there is through Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all, honestly, y'all, I hope Bravo don't get on this show. I hope he does not be a full time cast member. I don't want him to because like his restaurant, they said his restaurant is booming, like for real.
Oh.
And he got like what 3 of them, I think. But
Ooh.
Might be
and
good
I know
for
I'm
Anthony.
going to, huh?
It might be good for a Bravo.
I mean, it could just if he plays cards right, but the thing is,
Yeah.
he's winning without being a cast member. Like people, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
we like him just for where he's at right now. He's not giving too much, and to be honest, I like him and Lakita. His wife, she was like, "Look, friends have their moments. You got your ups and downs. The
I
little
like.
part they play, they're neutral. So it's like stay where
Yeah.
you're at, so we don't have to dig and find out more about you because that's when we start finding out more about you. Then people,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be like that Stormy. It'll make your business go down a little bit once somebody say the wrong thing.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah, I
like,
like
stay
her
where you
too.
at. Because I already told
Get
them
they
I'm making a
hug.
trip. I'm making a trip to go to Detroit because I want to go to his new establishment on District 78. I'm going. It look good.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Well,
I
maybe we
know.
can do a Million Man March and go.
Okay. Let's do it.
That
That'll only
probably
be
be a
24
great
people,
idea.
according to Anthony.
Let's all
Yeah.
We're
get
gonna
on
go
the
on a
right
field
Adam.
trip.
tree, okay?
I'm going on a field trip.
Let's go.
Like who brought all these people out? The real Anthony.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm.
Cause that Anthony didn't. He's just disgusting. They
Oh
need to
my
take him
God.
off the show.
Somebody
You
said,
think Bravo will take him off? I mean, they'll take him off the show.
No, they're gonna keep him.
somebody, Anthony, I'm screaming. There was a church. I thought it was a bingo hall for the men's.
That was a church?
That was
Somebody
it,
said,
it looks like a regular it could have been anything, babe.
I thought
she
it was
said
a
she thought it
regular
was a
church.
bingo hall.
It was
It could have been that
an
too.
annex. The church
Yeah.
annex.
That was the basement. That was in the, how churches up north, they have like the top part and the fellowship hall is at the bottom. So
Hmm.
that that's what that was. And I think maybe if he had it at a different place, he probably would have if it was advertised. And I don't think Southie is quite as well established as he believes that he is.
Mm.
Hmm.
Because
Oh,
he's always
He
talking
ain't
himself.
established in
He's
nothing.
always talking himself. So I don't, it's just something about him. I don't like no man who act like a Mitch. I don't.
He right.
I really don't. Now, me and him, I would love to just argue with him.
Me
I
too.
really would, because that's what he and I would do. We would argue. We would not talk because he got too much. He got too much. Um, he got too many. He got too many.
Estrogen.
Feminine.
Mm-hmm.
He's too feminine,
Yeah.
No,
He's
it
and
too
that's
wouldn't be
why.
a
soft.
problem if he was owning it, though. We would be fine.
Right. But he don't want
Instead of, messing with other people and trying to point at other people's problems.
calling them sis.
I
He
think
tried
I
too
don't know.
hard to, you can tell he trying too hard to be on the show, to give a name for
Yeah,
himself. Well, you got one,
yeah,
Saucy.
saucy. Yeah, saucy, salty, saucy.
Salty
And
sauce.
it's like his wife. She don't respect. She don't even look like she like him.
I
Especially in
told you
those
she be looking
confessionals.
at him
In
crazy.
the confessional, she be looking at him like, why am I beside him?
Right. Like, what are you talking about? Why am I here? Why are you here? You could
He's
tell
He
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 gave her
he don't
what
have no
she
job.
wanted.
He do not
Yes,
have a
he
job,
gave
y'all,
her.
because y'all remember, if y'all
What you
remember when it
say?
first came on,
Mhm.
when it first came on, and he had to take those kids to track or whatever, and the wife said, well, you the chauffeur or something, she said to that effect. And then that's when he talked about he want to go back to Atlanta because that's where he worked and he made this. Boy, you ain't make nothing in Atlanta. You was one of them DLs out there.
oh,
Mm-mm.
Go ahead, Aretha. What was you saying?
He's up in the closet.
No, it's like he gave her. It's like they had a agreement, and I think at some point she wanted him really bad. It had to be, and then he just gave in. Like some women see a man that's have feminine tendencies, and they react on that. But she wanted him. She actually wanted him, and it wasn't. She thought she could change him. And he did what he did to get those kids. And after that, it was just like, like some men who gay, they don't like women like that. And I think that's the way it is in their relationship now. That's why he is itching to get back to Atlanta. So he can
Yep.
live in his truth when he's in Atlanta. He can't
Okay,
live his truth in Detroit.
I have an update.
Go ahead.
Our good sis Tashi in the chat. She says according to Anthony's LinkedIn, it says he has a production company.
Mm.
I don't know
Don't we
what he's
all?
producing, but his LinkedIn says he has a production company. Per our researcher Tashi.
Look, so
Okay.
everybody got a production company these days,
I
okay?
got a production
I
company.
mean, my YouTube is a production by itself.
It is.
Okay.
You have you have some people that have networks on Roku, and that's a production by itself. You have other people that got other like reality shows, YouTube series. That's a production by itself. So, I mean, I think production. Everyone got a different meaning and a different definition for production.
He has to produce something. I ain't seen nothing he produced. He didn't even produce so much as
He
a
produced it
flower
in
basket. What
he
do you make?
produced in Atlanta.
he
What do you
produced them
produce, baby?
lies.
He produced pornography. I mean,
Damn. Wait a
um,
minute.
You
What?
have anybody on the panel ever watched what is it, Pose? He produced those kind of shows. Like
I
Oh, Lord.
love Pose.
I love
Wait
Pose
a minute.
too.
Don't talk about Pose
Hold
now. That's
up,
my.
we ain't
That's
gonna
my.
do
I'm not
pose.
talking about
Pose was
Pose in a
good.
negative way. I like Pose too.
Pose was
And the
Those
good.
are the
category
type
is.
of shows he is producing. Cause he ain't,
yep.
just like you. I don't know if you remember that time when he told Bravo, you ain't never produced nothing or whatever. You ain't never did nothing. And people questioning you now. What have you produced? What is
Spent,
your job,
spent his
Tommy?
father. He spent his father's money.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Cashy, look into that for me, baby.
And what does his father do?
I want to know now.
Mhm.
I need answers.
I don't know, but they say his people got money.
Who is this people? I ain't seen none of them.
I think they passed and left it to him, right? Because all he talks about is his
Oh,
grandma, right?
Oh
mm.
yeah,
He looked like his grandma raised him.
leave me
Yep.
alone,
He looked
Marika.
like he was in a whole bunch. He was like he was in a house raised with a whole bunch of women's.
Yep.
Yeah,
That talk
yeah,
all day.
yeah. And he used to help his grandma with
And you
her
know what's
wig and her
sad?
son. Put this hat
And
on, grandma.
makeup.
This a pretty one.
But
But you know what?
but you know what's so funny? But what's
None
so
of
funny is I think that him and Latoya hooked up at church, and her daddy probably forced her to marry him.
I think he probably knocked her up, and you see, he said he persuaded her, or he did something
And
to get her
Yeah, he
to marry.
persuaded her.
as far as Anthony's productions, there aren't any credited work to him right now.
That's not a surprise.
there's not.
No, thank you, Tashi.
Wow.
There's nothing credited to
And he
Anthony.
works.
Them the
Not,
credits
he's
ain't gonna
a
come out because
top
they in
brand.
Atlanta. I'm telling you,
He a fraud.
they ain't coming out. They in
Even the
Atlanta.
Wikipedia page, even the Wikipedia got your
Showing something he
credits.
about to go work with Marvel. That's a lie. You ain't got
I
nothing that they
bet
can go
you
off
if
on. You lying. Marvel
Yeah,
ain't pick you up, boy.
if you go to Atlanta and go where you know they hang out at,
they
and
who?
you show that picture,
Who is they, Auntie?
I bet you somebody know. I bet you somebody know Saucy,
Who is they, Auntie?
but he don't go by Saucy. He don't go by Anthony. He goes by something else. I bet you that. This is allegedly, in my opinion. I'm
Tony,
just saying, y'all.
Yeah,
Probably
I'm
you
trying to
Brown
figure out
Pound
who
Town.
they is.
Tony.
allegedly.
Oh,
You
y'all, one
know,
at a time. Everybody talking over each other. Go ahead, Margarita.
no, I'm just saying,
Oh.
if you go to Atlanta and you know where the high class that gays be at, because that's
Okay.
what he think he is, a high class that, like that. And you show that picture around. Oh, somebody say, "Oh yeah, that's yeah, that's old girl."
That's
You
Angela.
know how they talk.
That's
That you know that.
Saucy.
I know him. Yeah, I know her.
Y'all remember the flight attendant off a Soul plane? That's him
Oh Jesus.
Ah, ah, ah,
Dang.
ah,
with the lip gloss.
Yeah.
Time of death.
ah.
Time of death, March 31st.
Good night.
Looking like Wesley Snipes in
2-1 fool.
2-1 Food,
Yeah.
Julie Newmar.
Yeah. He probably pick out Latoya clothes.
The
Well, he
pantsuits.
ain't doing no good job on
The
that.
top.
Cause
I
I'm
think he
telling
picked
you,
out her all the pantsuits.
she about as bland as Brandon's mama birthday cake
Yep.
and cookie. I don't know who be putting her when they do her confessional and she have on makeup look like she's not used to wearing makeup or something. She just
She's a ponytail woman.
okay.
Yeah, I'm still.
I'm a doctor. That was so funny, Anthony. That was so funny when Christina said, "Well, what did your doctorate degree? Something about that degree?" And she looked so funny. Is that all you learned?
Tell me, no, she said, is that what your degree got you?
Yeah. She can't stand Christina because she got clapbacks.
Mm, yeah.
She deserved it. She started it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I really don't have no major riffs with them, except for they started most of the drama. Anthony
Yep.
started most of the drama. Right,
Mm,
baby.
Yep.
Okay,
Saucy started it.
what do y'all think about when Bravo said, somebody in the chat want to know, what did y'all think about what Bravo said about Marceau put Huntsville on the map? And then he was naming these companies that
mm,
what kind of the companies that he was naming
mm-hmm.
It's not the companies that Marceau must be told him something different than what, because he said something about he owned a spirit company. No, he don't.
Okay, so did he say black bottle?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
black
Yep.
bottle, but I
Now,
think he meant chocolate
so
in a bottle.
but the thing is though, they can't say chocolate in a bottle anymore.
Because they don't own it.
Oh.
Oh.
So, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, hold on. They filmed this show a year ago now. So you telling me a year ago you're saying black bottle? I mean, it doesn't make sense because
Mm.
they're recently just changed now. But that just seemed like something that production probably say, look, say this right here, because production do feed you lines sometimes. They tell you to say some stuff. I personally, and I feel like they just told him to look, just say this right here, because he made it seem like Marceau put Huntsville on the map. But we all know that's a lie. So I'm
A
like,
whole lie.
of course, give the person that's really just like a friend of the show to say something. It just didn't make sense. I don't think he
Mm-mm.
knew anything
He
about
put he put him on the map all right for most lawsuits.
that.
Okay. And fraud.
Yeah, and unfinished work.
Leans.
I wish
Hmm.
to pull up that clip. That clip where Melody say, "Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Finish the job."
Wow.
Y'all,
On it.
it.
Well, all
I
right, y'all. I
can't
need to
wait
go.
for tomorrow. I'm gonna be ready for you, Anthony.
I want to talk about this because everybody feeding into this. I want to talk about this. But
It's
anyway,
gonna be
y'all,
good.
I have to go ahead and log these meds in. Oh, and guess what, everyone?
What?
What you do?
I closed on a deal today, y'all.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Let me just say this: y'all gonna laugh so hard at this. If y'all thought Bop a Lop Boo Bop or something, just wait. It's everyone will be able to purchase their petty pack, their Bessemer petty pack,
Uh
very
uh.
soon.
Blah blah blah.
Lord have mercy.
But if I'm gonna turn limited to lemonade, you'll be able to purchase your
I know
Bessemer
that's
petty
right.
pack
I know
very
that's
soon.
right. I'm
Yeah.
mad.
I,
So,
Yep.
Oh, you
what?
making
And
bop
she
bop
say
boo
she
bop boo bop on your shirt?
huh?
You making bop bop boo bop? I can't even say it. I'm
Now,
like
I
one.
now I am putting that on the shirt, but you all would never think of what I'm gonna put this on. But it's gonna be like
On the billboard in Huntsville.
yeah.
wait till let me just say I'm gonna go live sometime this. I might do it on Tuesday or Wednesday. It depends on when they get back to me. But y'all gonna fall out laughing at this.
I'm
Okay, quick question,
excited.
Anthony.
Mhm.
So tomorrow we're talking about the dinner. Are we specifically talking about it being about Martell or just in general?
I mean, we just talking about it in general, like far
Okay.
as like, cause honestly, that man won't gonna be able to. He can't win for losing. He just
No.
can't
He sure can't.
because
Joe
that's
can't.
yeah. We'll talk about it tomorrow because I don't want to say
Okay.
too much. But it's funny listening to everyone, and I'm
Uh,
looking like, dude, like he just need a PR. Like you
bad.
can't have PR because whoever his PR is, if he have one, he need to fire his whole entire team.
He ain't got one. You got to
Holy
have money
fire.
to have a team.
Nobody
I
can't
was
work.
gonna say, how he gonna afford one?
No, people can't work with
But
Martell.
don't you have to pay for that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Don't
people
you
don't
have to
work for
pay
free.
people for that? If you
Mm-hmm.
cannot afford, now if you live in that type of life, Anthony, and it's to the point where you can't pay a $1,500 dinner tab,
Yep.
Hang it
Well,
up.
you get
how
your
I'm a
you
money
gonna
from
pay a
somewhere.
how you gonna pay a publicist and somebody to you know to do what the person did for what her name Black China, how Black China turned her life around, that person who helped Black China turn her, her pastor, but she had a publicist, she had somebody to help her. Martell don't have the money and he don't listen to people. That's what all that going on, all them different talk shows and all of that was about. When if Carlos couldn't do it for his babes, can't nobody do it because nobody don't want to work with Martell.
Mhm.
Sure don't.
And for one reason he don't listen, and the main reason he ain't got no money. He broke.
All
He's
right,
your broke fool.
y'all. I hope everyone have a good night, and we will be back tomorrow at 7:30 because I had to put some notes for this conversation. So
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
whole lot.
I mean it's not that much, but I guess the lifestyle that they're living, we'll talk about it tomorrow, y'all.
All right.
So
Okay.
y'all have a
All
good
right.
night. Thank
Good
y'all for
night,
coming up.
y'all.
I
Okay, good
appreciate
night,
it.
everybody.
Good
All
night.
Good
right.
night.
Bye.
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 All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We had over 150 people watching today. Y'all hope y'all have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow at 7:30 Central Time. Goodbye.